Sweet, I rolled a 4.
Roll again then, Stephen.
The suspense is killing me.
I got a 3.
Wonderful. You will be heading to Umbridge Hill first to pick up the midwife, Adabra Gwyn, and bring her to Phandalin.
Cool. Hey, Stephen, do you mind if I roll next?
Not at all, Stephen. Go for it.
Thanks, Stephen.
You're welcome, Stephen.
We get it. Your names sound the same.
I rolled a 1.
So the next quest you will take care of after Umbridge Hill will be the Dwarven Excavation. This means the last place you will be visiting are the gnomes southeast of Phandalin.
Awesome. Let's go. I hook myself back up to the wagon and immediately head south toward our destination, regardless of who is already in the wagon.
I hop off your horse half, Stephen, and back into the wagon.
I'm still on the porch. I'll begin running after the other two and leap on board.
Make a dexterity acrobatics check with a DC of 12 to see if you're successful.
For sake, I rolled a 5.
Bill, you bolt after the wagon and manage to catch up to it. However, as you attempt to leap onto the transport, you slip on a wet patch of grass, causing you to slip and fall prone.
Oh! I shout out to Stephen, and Stephen, wait up, guys!
I see what has happened to Bill and stop moving forward.
I imagine that I am covered with dirt and grass as I climb in.
I'll use prestidigitation on Bill to clean him off during our ride to Umbridge Hill.
Sounds good. Immediately setting off from Phandalin after arriving at the town, it is now late afternoon as you begin to approach Umbridge Hill. You can see, actually, wait a second. Stephen, do me a favor and roll a d20.
Okay. I got a 9.
Let me see here.
Jerry?
Yes, that makes sense. Okay, 9, got it. It is now late afternoon. You are taking an almost straight route south, keeping the wide swaths of open grasslands on your west and the hills to the east.
This afternoon's travel music is brought to you by the humble yet noble pan flute. I begin playing an energetic, upbeat melody.
I feel overcome by the music. I stand up and start hula dancing in front of Bill, staring directly at him, not breaking eye contact for a single second.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
As you begin to approach your destination, you can see that built on top of Umbridge Hill is an old stone windmill, surrounded by an iron fence.
I look at the dancing gnome and say, when we get this broad out of here, she gets your seat.
I still have not broken eye contact with Bill.
Suddenly, you all hear a loud bashing sound coming from the direction of the windmill. The window shutters on the side facing you burst open, and a human female tries to climb out. Then, crawling over the roof is a large winged creature with a deadly spiked tail and razor-sharp claws. The woman hears the monster and just barely closes the shutters in time as it attacks.
It's attacking the chick we need to pick up. Time to put your kickers on, boys.
Everyone make a wisdom perception check, please.
16.
18.
God damn it. Natural one.
Stephen, because you rolled the highest, you notice that the creature looks like it must have been in a fight recently. There are visible bite and slash marks, wounds that are still in the process of healing.
Guys, check it out. This thing looks injured.
If it is smart enough, maybe we can negotiate with it.
The first thing I learned in fighter school was always bring a crossbow to a negotiation. I leap out of the wagon and charge forward. Once I get in range, I fire my crossbow.
Very well, because the creature has not noticed you yet, you can have a free turn before we begin combat.
Awesome. I rolled a 5.
Bill, you heroically charge up the grassy hillside and fire your weapon. The crossbow bolt sails past the creature's face, not only doing no damage, but now it knows that you're here. Roll for initiative, everyone.
Sweet, I got an 18.
I got an 8. Boo.
3. What is with these dice rolls?
And the creature rolled a 13. The gnome wizard is up first.
Let's see. Do I know what this creature is?
You can make an intelligence nature check to find out. The DC is 12.
Can I get advantage because I chose researcher as part of my background?
Sure.
I rolled 2 18s, lols.
Stephen, you realize that this thing is a manticore. Usually they are not particularly bright, but they possess a malevolent nature and the ability to converse.
Good to know. How about this? I jump out of the wagon and run close to Bill and cast minor illusion. I'll generate a loud sound of a wounded animal, like a deer or something.
All right, it's the manticore's turn now. I'll have it roll an intelligence check to determine if it is fooled or not. What's your spell save DC?
13.
It rolled an 8. Because the Manticore is completely fooled by your illusory noise, it leaps off of the roof and begins searching the area where you cast the sound.
Cool, man.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, great job.
Stephen, it's your turn.
Okay, I see that the Manticore is distracted, so I will use my action to dash toward the windmill. On the way, I will use my bonus action to butt slap Bill like a football coach and give him a bardic inspiration.
Hey, thanks, pal. Go team.
I will end my movement by parking the wagon under the window where I saw the woman and shout out, Adabra Harbin Wester sent us here to bring you back to Phandalin. Hop in.
The window shutters fling open and Adabra sticks her head out. She sees what is happening and looks directly down at you. I can't jump, it's too far.
Can I make a persuasion check to get her to jump?
Yes, but I'll have it contested by rolling her charisma.
I got a 21.
I rolled an 11.
Great, I look up at her and say, Adabra, you'll be okay. If we don't leave now, that thing will come back and have us all for lunch.
Adabra says, okay, I can do this. She cautiously climbs out, holds on the window ledge for a moment, and then drops down into the wagon with a thud.
Wonderful.
Bill, it is your turn.
I will finish running up the hill and take cover behind the iron fence. I'll point my crossbow at the Manticore and hold my action until it realizes what a dumbass it has been and comes at us.
We are back at the top of the turn order. Stephen, it's your turn.
I'll cast Minor Illusion again to create the same sound effect. Then I immediately run up to the iron fence and take cover close to Bill.
When I see the gnome take cover, I shout over to him and say, Hey, maybe you go try your hula dance in front of that thing, huh? Yeah.
It's the Manticore's turn. Let's see if your illusion works again, Stephen. It got a 15.
Oh, boy.
The monster stops its search as it realizes that it has been duped. It turns toward all of you and charges. Bill, you may use your held action now.
Awesome, 16, and it takes 9 points of damage. That's max damage.
You fire your crossbow and the bolt hits the Manticore square in the shoulder. It roars in pain, but it is still coming straight at you, Bill.
Son of a... I did say that I took cover behind the iron fence. Will that make it harder to hit me?
Sure. I'd imagine that you are kneeling behind the iron fence so you can have the 3/4 cover bonus.
Great, just great.
The Manticore gets 3 attacks. 20?
That's a miss.
15?
Nope.
And I got a 7. That certainly won't hit.
Ugh, that was close. I almost my pants.
Stephen, it's your turn.
Now that Adabra is in the wagon, I'll look back to the others and shout, we gotta go. I'll hold my action and start galloping away as soon as Stephen and Bill are on board.
Bill, your turn.
I hear Steven shouting and whinnying like a horse. I'll switch out my crossbow to my shield and longsword to keep this thing distracted. I'll continue to keep the iron fence between it and me. 12.
Unfortunately, that won't be enough.
Bardic inspiration, man. Now,
Oh, right. 2. That's 14 now.
That hits.
With my dueling style feature, I do a total of 6 damage.
Stephen, back to you.
I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on the Manticore. The DC is 13.
6. What's the damage?
It takes 7 points of necrotic damage.
You see the wound around Bill's crossbow bolt begin to swell and fester with necrotic energy. The creature roars in pain.
Move it, Billy boy! I run as fast as my tiny legs can carry me and jump into the wagon.
It is the creature's turn now. It is focused entirely on you, Bill. The Manticore rears up, its wings spread wide and its tail lashing behind it. You crouch behind the iron fence, feeling cold metal on your fingertips as you steady your shield and prepare for the imminent clash. First attack, 22.
That misses.
Second attack, 17.
That also misses.
Third attack, 22.
Ooh, all of those miss. Thank the gods for this iron fence.
Stephen, it's your turn.
I'm still holding my action to book it once Bill is in.
Bill, your turn.
I'm gonna disengage and sprint toward the wagon. Once I am in, I'll turn around and shout to the Manticore, see you around, face.
Now that Bill is in, I'll use my held action to get us the HE double hockey sticks out of here. Yeah.
With your impressive centaur strength, you easily charge forward with the cart and the rest of the party in tow. Your thunderous hooves gallop through the open grassland away from Umbrage Hill, the wind rushing past your face. We're back at the top of the turn order.
I'll hold my action to cast Magic Missile if the Manticore comes after us.
This thing is super pissed and is indeed coming after you. You all see its wings outstretched as it soars through the skies. Stephen, you wait for it to get in range and fire your magic missiles. Since all of those automatically hit, what is the damage?
That's 3 darts, so 7 points of damage.
That could have been better.
Stephen's magic missiles were not enough to deter it. It snaps its tail and flings a trio of tail spikes at each of you. Because of its previous injuries and also that it is trying to hit a moving target. I'll be generous and say that it is rolling with disadvantage. The first shot goes after you, Stephen. 18. You take 10 points of piercing damage.
I'm down. Say, the spike goes right through my tiny gnome body and pins me to the wagon.
Adabra screams, "Ah! The gnome's dead!" Next one goes after you, Stephen. 10. The tail spike zips past you and misses.
I cry out and whinny like a horse.
Last one comes at you, Bill. 15.
Ha! I raise up my shield and the spike bounces off it.
Stephen, it's your turn.
I hear the sound of Adabra's scream and see my tiny little buddy bleeding out. I quickly reach back and cast Cure Wounds on Stephen. He gets 7 hit points back.
Thanks, man. I'm back at full health.
Okay, my turn. I'll shoot at it again with my crossbow. 8. God damn it.
Stephen, it's your turn.
Now that I'm back to full health, I'll pull myself off of the tail spike and stand up in the wagon. I'll wait for the manticore to get in range so I can cast Sleep.
You stand up and bravely look at the pursuing monster.
I wave my hands, speak the magic words, and throw some rose petals in the air. 36. If it has 36 hit points or less, it falls asleep.
Stephen, you cast your spell and immediately see it taking effect on the manticore. It tries to remain conscious but is unable to. You all see it plummet to the ground and smacks into the earth with a loud crash!
Whoa!
I shout, "Take that, you spike-throwing." I turn around and high-five little Stephen.
I totally high-five back. Thanks.
Turn us around. Let's make sure that thing is ground pizza.
Yuck, that's disgusting and horrible, but I am inclined to agree.
You turn the wagon around and approach the manticore. It lies in a crumpled heap. One of its wings has clearly snapped. Some of its bones are protruding out of its body, and it does not appear to be breathing.
I jump out and double-tap this thing with my longsword.
It does not react.
Yep, it's dead. Great job, guys. We kicked this thing's ass.
I did almost die, so...
I sure did.
Adam returns to you all and says, Thank you so much for saving my life. I'm in your debt. Now, can you please take me back to my windmill?
Uh-huh. Wait, what? Hey, you lazy sacks of expired potatoes. AI Bill here. Hit that like button like it owes you money. And subscribe before I lose my faith in humanity. Let's make this channel less pathetic together.